A very good evening, viewers. You're watching Across the Republic with me, Deepak Suresh Kumar. It's 6 p.m. and it's that time of the day where we get you stories from across the nation. First, we'll tell you about the growing chorus of justice for Abhaya. Protests have erupted, and Sandeep Ghosh's aide is also under the lens for one of his abusive clips that has gone viral on social media. Along with that, we will also tell you about the BJP and Aam Aadmi Party locking horns in the national capital over the sorry state of affairs under the Kejriwal regime. Along with that, viewers, the National Conference's Pakistan affinity has been exposed once again, because time and again Farooq Abdullah and his party has been calling for talks with the terror sponsor of the world, Pakistan. We'll tell you all about that. But in the list of our stories, we also have Tejasvi Yadav's abusive and racist slur. That's also one of our top focus, because Tejasvi Yadav today has once again reiterated the Chinese version jibe at Himanta Biswa Sarma. We'll get you all that. And finally, the Mahavikas Aghadi and the Mahayuti have locked horns over the collapse of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's statue. Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has called out the opposition for politicizing the matter. Before we get you all of these stories, let's take a quick look at the headlines.
Presented by Royal Global University. Northeast can't wait. Pado kuch bano.
Chorus for justice grows. Citizens of Kolkata hit the streets in protest and demanding justice for Abhaya. More skeletons tumble out of the Arjikar hospital now. A video of Ghosh's aide threatening hospital staff surfaces and goes viral.
जो वहाँ के मुख्यमंत्री हैं वो सस्ती लोकप्रियता चाहते हैं, खबरों में रहना चाहते हैं। और हमने कल भी ट्वीट किया था, ये योगी जी के चाइनीज रेप्लिका है।
Tejasvi doubles down. Racist jibe at Himanta, calls Himanta Chinese version of Yogi Adityanath. JDU leader KC Tyagi quits as party national spokesperson, cites personal reason for resignation, but will continue as the chief political advisor of the party. Tainted actor Jai Surya breaks silence over the sexual harassment charges against him, terms cases against him as false allegations. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi today held a telephonic conversation with the Indian medal winners in the Paralympic Games. PM Modi also wished Avani Lekhara success in her other endeavours.
Presented by Royal Global University. Northeast can't wait. Pado kuch bano.
First up, viewers, we have some breaking news coming in. The Prime Minister has held a telephonic conversation with our Paralympic champs. Today, he held a telephonic conversation with all those who won the medal at the Paralympics. And the visuals will be on your screens of the Prime Minister's telephonic conversation with the Paralympic champions. Today, the Prime Minister spoke to them and also boosted their confidence amidst the Paralympic Games. Now, the conversation that the Prime Minister held included Mona Agarwal, Preeti Pal, Manish Narwal and Rubina Francis. He congratulated each one of these winners and said they have made the country proud with their performances. He also wished Avani Lekhara success in her other endeavours in the Games, but unfortunately she wasn't able to join the call due to her participation at a sporting event at the Paralympics. Let's listen into that conversation.
मैं ठीक हूँ सर, आप ठीक हो सर? हाँ जी सर। सर मैं देश के लिए सर दूसरी बार हाँ जी सर, हाँ जी सर। वो भी काफ़ी मोटिवेट हुए हैं सर इस मेडल से। सर काफ़ी अच्छा मौसम है यहाँ पे और भारतीय निशानेबाज काफ़ी अच्छी मेहनत करके आए हैं और डेफिनेटली हम ज़्यादा मेडल लेके जाएंगे पिछली बार से। सर काफ़ी खुशी का माहौल है सर टीम में और अवनी ने स्टार्टिंग की थी गोल्ड से तो हम उसको मेंटेन करके चल रहे हैं कि हम पिछली बार 5 मेडल थे, अब की बार हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि हम 7 मेडल लेके जाएं। हाँ जी सर। सर वो अप्रिशिएट कर रहे हैं सर इंडिया को कि पहले एक भी मेडल नहीं आता था, अब इतने सारे मेडल लेके जाते हैं।
मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत बधाई है और आपका दूसरा मौका सही रहता है।
हाँ जी सर, धन्यवाद सर। हाँ जी सर, धन्यवाद सर, धन्यवाद सर।
नमस्ते सर, मैं रुबीना फ्रांसिस।
बिना बोल रही हो?
हाँ जी सर।
बताइए कैसी हो?
बढ़िया सर।
अपना कुछ अनुभव बताइए।
सर लास्ट टाइम 7th पे थी मैं टोक्यो पैरालंपिक्स में, अभी आई गॉट ब्राउन्स, तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें बदली हैं एंड मैच्योरिटी से मैंने इस बार सारी चीज़ें हैंडल करी है, तो बहुत प्राउड फील हो रहा है।
ये आपने बहुत हिम्मत के साथ ताकत दिखाई है।
जी
आगे भी आपकी कोशिश है।
जी सर।
सामान्य परिवार से निकल के आपने जो हौसला दिखाया है ना,
जी
सब प्रेरणा मिलेगी।
जी सर।
बहुत करनाएं हैं
थैंक यू सो मच सर।
और शायद बाकी खिलाड़ी जिनके खेल अभी चल रहे हैं उनको भी, और जिनके खेल बाकी है उनको भी, क्योंकि आप लोगों से मिले मेरी तरफ से सबका मतलब
जी सर।
और सबको मेरी तरफ से बधाई भी दीजिए।
जी
मौका मिलते ही अमृत अलग के बाद करें। आप सबको बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
थैंक यू सर।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
हेलो सर। जी सर। जी ओके सर। सर वॉइस कम आ रहा है आपका, फिर से। हेलो हेलो, नमस्कार सर।
कौन बोल रहा है?
सर मैं प्रीति बोल रही हूँ।
वाह वाह, आप सब कैसे हैं?
सर हम बहुत अच्छे हैं सर, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आपने हमें बधाई देने के लिए कॉल किया है। जी सर।
पैरा ओलंपिक में मेडल जीतने के लिए आप सभी को बहुत बहुत बधाई।
जी थैंक यू सर।
हिंदुस्तान के तिरंगे को फहराया, भारत की शान को बढ़ाया है।
जी सर।
बहुत कम लोगों को पता होता है इतनी शारीरिक तकलीफों के बावजूद भी अगर उत्तम निर्धार हो तो कैसा पराक्रम किया जाता है वो आप लोगों ने दिखाया है।
जी सर।
करोड़ों देशवासियों को आपकी इन उपलब्धियों पर बहुत गर्व है। आज वैसे मैं अवनी को भी बधाई देना चाहता था, लेकिन उन्हें अभी और इवेंट में हिस्सा लेना है, वहाँ की है, इसलिए वो अभी हमारे साथ नहीं जुड़ पाई है। उनकी सफलता से भी पूरा देश झूम उठा है, सब लोग गर्व अनुभव करते हैं।
जी सर।
आप पंचरत्न कमाल कर रहे हैं अभी तो।
जी
मैं
सर।
अब आपसे सुनना चाहूंगा, बताइए क्या कहना चाहते हैं आप लोग, वहाँ कैसा लग रहा है, व्यवस्थाओं वगैरह कैसी है और मूड क्या है सबका?
सर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है सर। मेरा सपना था कि अपने देश का तिरंगा किसी और देश में लहराना है और ये मेरा सपना पूरा हो गया है सर। अभी तो यकीन भी नहीं हो रहा है खुद पे भी।
घर में बात हुई स्थिति तो क्या हुआ?
जी सर, सब को बहुत खुशी हो रही है। सब मतलब रो रहे हैं कि ये बहुत अच्छा हो गया, हमें तो यकीन ही नहीं था। और अपना पीसीआई और साई वाले, खेलो इंडिया वाले, OGQ वाले सर हमें बहुत सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं।
देखिए ये सितंबर में आपका जन्मदिन है।
जी सर जी।
22 सितंबर को इस बार आप बड़े शान से अपना जन्मदिन बनाइए।
जी बिल्कुल सर, अपना जन्मदिन मनाऊंगी सर बहुत अच्छे से।
Well, what a moment for the Paralympians as the Prime Minister gives them a booster shot in his conversation with them. And he also wished them success in other endeavors as well. But let's move on, viewers, because Mamata Banerjee is now facing defiance on the streets amid growing calls for her to step down over the alleged RG Kar case cover-up. The Chief Minister came under deeper public scrutiny after an aide, a former principal Sandeep Ghosh, deputed as his security officer, was purportedly heard saying in a viral video that he was posted on the campus at the Chief Minister's behest. As we knocked on the doors of Ghosh's aide, Afsar Khan, his father claimed that he wasn't at home after initially saying that he was asleep. Now, meanwhile, in another shocking disclosure, viewers, the Mamata government is struggling to fight off the cover-up smear. It emerged that along with the forensic team which visited the crime scene after the recovery of Abhaya's mortal remains, there were 2 civic volunteers. Watch this report for all the latest developments.
Under pressure to quit over the alleged botched cover-up in the RG Kar rape and murder case, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee now finds herself in a pickle. In a video clip from RG Kar that has now gone viral, an aide of former principal Sandeep Ghosh was heard calling himself as Didi's worker. Didi, as is well known, is what Mamata is commonly called by her acolytes in Bengal. In the clip, Ghosh's aide Afsar Khan is heard speaking to some doctors in a threatening tone, saying he was posted on campus at the bidding of the Chief Minister. Your channel, Republic TV, reached Afsar's residence with his father answering the door. Listen in to the conversation that followed.
সকালে বেরিয়ে গেছে,
সকালে বেরিয়ে গেছে।
আপনি বললেন ঘুমোচ্ছে।
আর না না আমি ঘুমিয়েছিলাম তো, সকালেই চলে গিয়েছে।
বাড়িতে নেই আফসার খান?
না।
বাড়িতে আর কে আছে? ওনার স্ত্রী আছেন?
ওর স্ত্রী তো ঘুমিয়ে আছে সব।
আফসার খান বাড়িতে নেই?
না।
আচ্ছা, কোথায় গেছে জানেন?
না আমি বলতে পারবো না কি কোথায় গেছে।
Meanwhile, in another damning disclosure, it emerged that there were 2 civic volunteers along with the forensic team that visited the crime scene after the recovery of Abhaya's body. There are questions what the civic volunteers were doing in an active crime scene unless they were sent with an express brief to destroy evidence. Meanwhile, an old image of Dr. Abhik Dev went viral, who was seen at the RG Kar crime scene in a CCTV grab, standing close to Mamata. Amid more protests for justice in the Abhaya rape and murder case, the ruling Trinamool Congress took out a rally in Deganga, threatening the opposition while demanding death for the culprits. The more Mamata tries desperately to deflect public glare from the RG Kar case, the more are the skeletons tumbling out, putting her government in the dock.
Well, viewers, battleground J&K is heating up because there are differences in opinions in the BJP as well as the NC and Congress camp. Now, facing dissent over the allotment of tickets for the upcoming Jammu and Kashmir assembly polls, the BJP's heavyweights and the top poll charges went into a huddle with the state leadership to put out the fire within. Now, taking a swipe at the, tirade of the National Conference and the Congress and the PDP's People's Democratic Party, the BJP labelled the rival forces as delusional and confused while asserting that the people were with the Prime Minister and they don't really care about what the problems are within, because the BJP is all set to release its fourth list of candidates ahead of the three-phased assembly elections. Meanwhile, in a fresh headache for the National Conference, senior leader Muzaffar Iqbal Khan put himself in the fray as an independent while coming out with a scathing takedown of his former party. Watch this report.
Facing discordant voices within over the allotment of tickets to turncoats from rival parties ahead of the assembly elections, the BJP held a key meeting in the Valley on Sunday. After chairing the meeting to sort out differences from within, senior BJP leader Tarun Chugh came out all guns blazing at rivals National Conference, Congress and the PDP, saying they were consumed by their own delusions and contradictions.
जम्मू कश्मीर की जनता प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी से असीम प्रेम करती और दूसरी तरफ जो भ्रमित नेतृत्व है नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस, पीडीपी, कांग्रेस का, जनता उनसे घृणा करती है। अगर कोई अवार्ड होगा कि कंफ्यूज्ड लीडर का, तो वर्ल्ड के सबसे ज्यादा कंफ्यूज्ड लीडर के रूप में उमर अब्दुल्ला स्टैब्लिश हो चुके हैं।
Regardless of the dissent from a section of leaders, the BJP, according to top party sources, is all set to come out with its fourth list of candidates for the landmark three-phased elections.
This is going to be one of the most important lists the BJP has released so far. This is the fourth list of the BJP for the assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir, because it is expected that this list is going to have the name of BJP State Chief Ravinder Raina, who is likely to contest from his constituency from where he contested in 2014, that is the Nowshera constituency, while the other name that is in the list will be of the former Deputy Chief Minister Kavinder Gupta, whose constituency has now been, after delimitation, has been shifted to Bahu from the Gandhi Nagar. So will these names emerge in the list? That is what we are picking up, at least from the sources.
Meanwhile, former National Conference heavyweight Muzaffar Iqbal Khan announced himself as an independent candidate, saying that he was ignored by the party.
नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस आइडियोलॉजी के साथ मैं बचपन से जुड़ा था, क्योंकि मेरे बाप दादा से जो थी वो नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के साथ ही जुड़े थे। अब पार्टी वालों ने मुझे इग्नोर कर दिया, मैंने अगर कुर्बानी दी, और उस कुर्बानी का भी मुझे उतना नहीं है। मैंने लोगों के साथ, मैंने बहुत मेहनत की, इस पार्टी को बिल्ड किया था, और आपने एकदम बिजली गिरा दी और उसको जला दिया। वो मुझे थोड़ा सा मैं हर्ट हुआ हूँ।
The retired judge entered the fray from the Thana Mandi constituency.
मैं किसी पार्टी का गुलाम नहीं रहना चाहता। मैं इंडिपेंडेंट लड़ूंगा, उसके बाद मैं अपने लोगों से पूछूंगा मुझे क्या करना है, मैं देखूंगा क्या करना है मुझे। मेरे ज़हन में एक रोड मैप है रजौरी पुंछ बोथ डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स के लिए। मैं उस रोड मैप को शेयर करूंगा, इंशाल्लाह मैं उन लाइन पे काम करूंगा।
With the battle lines drawn and the campaign rhetoric hitting the high notes, it remains to be seen if the BJP can make a telling ingress into the electoral landscape of Jammu and Kashmir.
Now, in a parallel development in Jammu and Kashmir, after External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Friday said that the era of uninterrupted conversation with Pakistan is over, National Conference MP from Srinagar has called for talks with Pakistan. This has exposed their affinity for the terror sponsor. Take a look.
Jammu and Kashmir is all set to go for elections later this month for the first time since the abrogation of Article 370. Amid the poll preparations, Jammu and Kashmir National Conference has called for talks with Pakistan on Kashmir issues. National Conference MP from Srinagar, Agha Ruhullah Mehdi, reaffirmed his party's stance for resumption of talks with Pakistan to resolve what he called the unsettled issue of Kashmir. This comes after the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Friday said that an era of interrupted dialogues with Pakistan is over.
The era of uninterrupted dialogue with Pakistan is over. Actions have consequences. And insofar as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned, I think 370 is done.
Cautioning Pakistan about the repercussions it would face if it continues to support terror activities against India. BJP has gone all guns blazing at the national conference, accusing the party of spreading separatism.
नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के जो नेता हैं वो जम्मू कश्मीर की जनता आवाम की भलाई की बात नहीं करते हैं। जिस पाकिस्तान ने यहाँ बेगुनाह लोगों का कत्ल किया, जिस पाकिस्तान की बंदूक ने जम्मू कश्मीर को बर्बादी के कगार पर खड़ा किया, उस पाकिस्तान से बातचीत, हमदर्दी और दोस्ताना ये नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के नेता ये ठीक नहीं कर रहे हैं। क्या डॉक्टर फारूक अब्दुल्ला साहब, क्या आगा सईद रहूल्ला साहब इस बात की गारंटी देते हैं कि पाकिस्तान से बातचीत होगी तो पाकिस्तान आतंकवाद बंद कर देगा?
The BJP Jammu and Kashmir chief said that it was after hectic efforts of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah that Jammu and Kashmir is witnessing peace, which is why all political parties are participating in election process with great enthusiasm.
पिछले 10 साल में जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी साहब, माननीय गृह मंत्री श्रीमान अमित शाह साहब ने जो कार्य जम्मू कश्मीर में किए हैं, उसी का नतीजा है कि आज जम्मू कश्मीर में अमन, शांति, खुशहाली, भाईचारा मजबूत हुआ है।
It must be noted that Jammu and Kashmir's first assembly elections in a decade are being held amid a rise in Pakistan's backed terrorism. Is it right for the Kashmir-based political parties to back talks with Pakistan?
Now moving on, viewers, in a move that not many saw coming, senior JDU leader KC Tyagi stepped down as the party's national spokesperson. The senior leader wrote to Bihar Chief Minister and also party chief Nitish Kumar asking to be relieved of his role as the spokesperson. However, even as his surprise call set off murmurs, Tyagi set the record straight, saying that he continues to remain with the JDU and isn't upset with the party's leadership. We bring you this report for more on this story.
Taking his party leaders, allies and even rivals by surprise, senior JDU leader KC Tyagi stepped down as the party spokesperson on Sunday. Tyagi wrote to party supremo Nitish Kumar requesting that he be relieved as the JDU's national spokesperson as he hasn't been able to do justice to the role. As the move set off a tremor of sorts in the political circles, Tyagi clarified he was still with the JDU and wasn't looking to flip.
Is this a decision taken by Janata Dal United to corner him? We do not know what are the exact reasons behind him leaving this spokesperson's position, while he had said off camera that it was 1 year back that he had decided and that a younger generation should take over this position.
Invoking his political commitment to Nitish, Tyagi revealed that the Bihar Chief Minister rang him up and urged to discharge his role as the party's top political advisor. While there was no word on what prompted him to step down as spokesperson, Tyagi came out earlier against Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sharma's move to end Friday namaz breaks in the assembly. While Tyagi's move has set off political ripples in the ruling NDA, it is to be seen if the senior leader comes out with more clarifications on his future.
With that, viewers, it's a wrap on today's edition of Across the Republic. Up next, we'll get you all the live and breaking news stories. After a quick break, do stay tuned.
Is Pakistan beginning to pay the charges of its own follies? Have the chickens come home to roost? And the snakes in the backyard starting to cannibalize the innards of its society? Are we seeing an implosion that would reduce Pakistan into a Punjabi rump and a few other independent states? Join me at this weekend as I read some tea leaves on Pakistan for you on Get Me Right, only on Republic.